everyone.
Hello, hello, hello. Let us know if you can hear us.
Trying out some new stuff tonight. It's good to see everybody here.
Mm-hmm.
Hopefully everything is good on our end, so we can kick this off.
Can you let us know in the chat if you see and hear us, please? Because this is new.
Yeah, and we're probably about, let's say, 15 seconds behind, so that's kind of normal for streaming. But first I just want to say hey to everyone. We got John here, Eminem Rails, Ryan's here, Mark's here, Kyle. We got Glenn. He's saying it's not soggy in California. That's great to hear.
Awesome. Yay, yay, yay.
Okay, cool. All right, well, we definitely got some serious trains to run tonight.
Yeah.
I've been working on the layout a good bit.
Mm-hmm.
But first of all, we released quite an interesting video. I don't know, but people got talking, and it's so cool. So the whole premise, I had this video in my head for way too long, and with all these like recent train shops closing and things like that, I'm just like, okay, it's time to rip the Band-Aid off. We gotta get this video out there.
A lot of other people did the same video like 2 weeks prior to us doing it.
Yeah, and I know there were a few comments like, oh boy, here we go, and we gotta go through this again. And it's like, yeah, I kind of feel bad about putting salt in the wound kind of so much, but the thing about it is it's on people's minds. I mean, that's why we got 100 comments. We never had a video like that. We would like unbox like our favorite new locomotive, and you get like 3 comments like, hey, cool. But this, like, people, they were talking, like there were paragraphs. Yeah, it was just really intense. So yeah. Let's see.
Yeah, what did Glenn say?
Gotta break apart the stigma surrounding the hobby right now. Yeah, it's so true. And what's kind of sad is, like, it got spread around so much. I feel like it's not really, like, other people saying, like, oh, that's dead. It's really, like, model railroaders. So that's what's kind of, like, scary. It's like we're kind of, like, some of us ourselves are, like, saying, like, yeah, it's going downhill and things. And, I think the whole discussion of it, I think it opens up a part B, but we're done talking about it dying. We know it's not. We can't, eat and sleep sometimes because there's so many train stuff going on.
Yeah.
I mean, we do. We take care of ourselves, but I'm just saying it's like that we have so many passionate customers. It's not far from dead. The pulse is quite alive. But I think what the next step of addressing is what's missing, what are the gaps, what are the problems. And I think in the comments, a lot of that was starting to get addressed. Now, here's the real key. We could just complain about it. We could say, yep, well, it's expensive, But I think as, like, all of us, and I mean, hobby shops, manufacturers, like, just literally everybody is working on addressing these things, the best we can, because, that's the best thing we can do to, I don't even want to say to save it, but just to make it better and make it more accessible to the next generation. So, yeah, we really appreciate the concept of, or all the comments, I should say, and just the concept of being able to talk with you guys and hang out here on the layout. It's really been cool. And,
yeah, we love our Thursday crew. Like,
Yeah.
You guys are awesome.
yeah,
We're from Pennsylvania, Central PA. Actually, like, the perfect place for railroad, like, history, and there's so much trains going on, like real trains out there in Pennsylvania. Like, honestly, we're in a fortunate location.
yeah, that's for sure. We're in train country. Oh, wow. I see the chat box going to town. I love it. We have a nice little group here, but we've definitely been, we've been getting the attention of some manufacturers. I'll say it that way. Some people have been watching, and they really appreciate what we're doing here. And, you guys are great motivation. We always look forward, even though an hour ago we were in the warehouse, sweating, ripping MTH boxes apart and putting them back together and taking the foam out and all that stuff. It's so much work.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, we're like, we got to get down to layout, and then of course I was fighting technology about 5 minutes ago, but we got it. We're here and we're excited for the show tonight. Yeah, let's catch up on all this. All right, yeah, there's a lot going on. Glenn made a really good point about even though the new expensive stuff is awesome, even with us starting a train shop, if you saw some of the clips in that video was actually like my beginning layout.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't always have like what's behind me here. Like,
like a piece of board over sawhorses was like
Yeah.
where he started.
Yeah. But yeah, like I found these old clips from and that was only like 2016, 2017. Like my most prized locomotive was a little AHM switcher that could barely like pull like 5 cars. But it's cool, and you know what? It was easy to start there, especially with used items, and that's why we try to, do the used thing, which,
We have some big ideas for you are offering more used, but more I don't want to spoil it.
Yeah.
How to start, basically. I'll just say it that way. Yeah, we have some cool ideas brewing, so.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely.
Lots of trains in Harrisburg. Yep. We're about an hour from Harrisburg, so we'll go rail fan in Harrisburg once in a while.
Yeah.
That's real fun. We love Norfolk Southern, so.
Yeah, what I love is we get to see everything through there.
Mm-hmm.
It's rare, but we will see like Union Pacific, BNSF. CSX is probably the rarest, right?
Honestly, probably. And we've seen one Canadian National engine, and we even got a picture. Like, we did, like, a selfie with it. Like, it was parked. It was awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, CSX is rare.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's funny how it works out, but Victoria saw a bunch of heritage units, though. Harrisburg was hot for that.
Mm-hmm. I'm ready to run some trains and layout, though, Corey.
Okay, that sounds good. Well,
Oh, yes, we're married. It'll be August. We'll be married 15 years, and we're best friends. We love working together. We're one of those couples that love working together, and we work well together.
Yes, and work we do.
Yes.
This is a lot of fun, but it's a lot of work.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. Yes, we're grateful. We're in a nice area here, and even though in our immediate town there isn't like a main line going through or anything, but yeah, definitely some anthracite around here.
Mm-hmm.
That is for sure. Well, I'm gonna get the layout kicked off here. I just gotta flick a couple buttons and turn it on. Actually, I kind of neglected to do that. I was so worried about getting the camera set up. So
Corey, quick, tell me, which one am I gonna put on first? Where will the logo be at?
We'll start in the rail yard there.
In that one, okay.
Okay.
Because we'll have 2 views.
Yes.
But they're not gonna be up at the same time. I don't think. I think they'll be flipping and rotating between the 2.
Yes. Yeah. So we're gonna attempt to go on a bit of a journey today. We're gonna start in the yard and get some stuff assembled. I was more focused on the technology aspect of getting this to work, so the operating will be cool, but I'm going to keep Victoria on hand. She's going to be chatting tonight.
Mm-hmm.
Where I'm going to be, I won't be able to see comments. That's the only thing, because we're using our phones for the cameras, so it's completely tied up this
Now,
time.
when I switch camera view, will this mic be picking me up?
It won't. So when you want to chat, if you want to address people vocally.
Okay, so we might be going back and forth a couple times.
Yeah.
Eventually, hopefully, we can get both camera angles on at the same time.
Yeah.
But this will be a start. So, Mark asked, he's just learning about our shop. We just opened up International with the whole shop. What's that shop in UK called that closed?
Haddon's.
When that whole thing with Haddon's closing, we were getting bombarded with international questions. So yes, Canada's opened up on our website. I will preface that international shipping is not cheap, regardless.
Yeah.
But we did the best we could with the rate. We don't keep any of the money. It goes all to the shipping people. So just to warn you, but we did what we could to make it as cheap as we could.
I love that comment from Kyle.
Oh, I look young. I'm 33. Corey.
36 already.
Yes.
It creeps up on you. That's for sure.
I was just turned 17, and he was 19 when we met.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, we didn't mess around. We about 2 years we were married. We knew. We
Yeah.
didn't know about trains. That came
No.
along. We were into more of like music and stuff like that. But now it's trains.
Yes, I definitely support lawn. Or support the hobby of trains. I love trains. Great Northern is my favorite.
Oh, well, we're gonna test out some new GN stuff tonight.
Yes, millennial. Glenn, I would never have thought you were a millennial.
See,
Just from all the facts you give us, I don't want to make it sound like that millennials can't have facts, but just, okay, cool.
well, that's the thing. We still consider ourselves newer. I mean, you know, I've been really passionate about trains for like more than 7 years, but yeah, there's so much to learn. It's like I still feel like an infant in the hobby of trains, but
no, today's not our anniversary. It's August.
But
we'll be married 15 years in August.
But hey, if the weather keeps pushing towards spring around here, maybe we'll be there before we know it. But I don't want to rush to spring.
Kyle's going to be 28 in April.
See, that's awesome. That's what I'm saying.
I love that we have, like, our age range as well. I mean, I love all age ranges.
Yeah,
but, you know, it's not as common, I don't think, to have the younger, which is what we want. Well, to everyone, all age ranges.
Here's the thing. Here's the stigma. You know, when you talk to people, you know, it's, you know, sometimes it's someone that's like 80 that says, yeah, everyone's old that does it. But it's, again, you know, here we are on YouTube, right? Like, so that's the thing where, you know, it's tough to get train clubs going, even though that's what we plan to do in person and here on the web. But yeah, that's exciting. That's motivation enough to fire up some locos.
Rich and Kyle, the Chessie bros.
Yes.
Okay, let's run some trains. March 37, okay. I didn't know that either.
I like what Rich said there.
Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna let Victoria DJ a little. I'll be back.
I'll DJ a little bit. And don't mind me looking around because I will be getting some stuff up on my screen that you guys won't be able to see anyway. But Chessie for the win for sure. Corey and I were just talking about we usually take like one night away every once in a while to just get away from work, find some trains to see. So we were talking about where we want to go. Like we said, we do one night because the business can't slow down for more than one night. I think we're thinking about Hagerstown because that's where some CSX is. You can see a little Norfolk Southern there, but mostly CSX. But yeah, Chessie is definitely one of our favorites around here. And we just saw Scale Trains is doing the CSX heritage units. So we're probably going to pre-order some of them for our layout. You named your new kitten Chessie. That's awesome, Rich. We're not in a position to get any new cats right now. We have 4. Wow, that engine going is very loud. But what was I saying? Oh, because we're fixing the property that we're fixing up with the shop has the little house, and we're also fixing that up that we'll move in there. And when we move down there, we'll let our current cats get used to the place for a little bit before we bring any new cats in. But we plan to get 2 little ones and name one Chessie and one Peak at some point. Let's see. Low trains in the belly. I got another hopper, expanded my rail yard, and sold my HO scale Bachmann Reading GB30 to my friend today. Nice. Expanding and then selling something to someone else to expand their layout. That is a win-win. Okay, Corey, can I bring the camera over to that one a while? I'm going to change view.
Yep. All right, Victoria will be on chat. Here we are in the Reading and Northern Yard. I'm going to be testing out some engines that you guys didn't get to see yet, so enjoy. Oh.
My dishwasher's running though, so it's close enough.
Hey, we'll see if the sound works now. I had like a noise suppressor on, and I just... Okay, good. I just realized trains are considered noise, I guess, to the microphone. So, good, good, good. All right. Again, test run tonight.
That suppressor worked way too well, Glenn said. You let me know when you want me to switch camera angles.
Okay. Uh-oh. Okay.
There's probably the mid-engines. An SD40-2.
Exactly. Okay, now you can start switching around. You can go to the DMSO.
Yeah, you
Because
can
it's
switch.
train's out of the camera now.
Yep, that's fine. Now you can play DJ.
Glenn says he's the perfect name for our layout. Corvette grill in history.
That's awesome. Sure, that is.
Ooh.
That's the one I'm talking about.
I know. Sorry, guys. There.
Will something be hitting one of the cameras soon?
Yeah, you can switch to the other one.
And that one's still zoomed in. I don't know if you want that. Are you gonna run a CSX? Someone's requesting it.
Oh yeah, they're coming.
Little derailment action there. Okay, we're going to try this again. Two different types of couplers that don't play well together.
Yeah, Hangout couplers, the old style.
What?
Like Hangout couplers, the old.
Yeah.
Some solid needle nut.
We, no, we don't have. We have parts that use them sometimes, but
Oh, it looks like I forgot to power my frogs in this yard. That's awesome.
That's an awesome shot. still take you home.
Yes, it's in that part of that, but you can say, before you do it, you can say, before you go, how's your really going? It's kind of feel good for you.
Hey guys, so Corey is gonna pull out one of our favorite locos. So he wanted me to talk to you guys a little bit while he gets that out. We appreciate you guys joining in on our live as usual. You guys are awesome. The chat has kept me very, very busy tonight. You guys are talking all kinds of stuff and off the rails. Yeah, that just blows my mind that the locos in Australia are unmanned. Like, I can't believe that. Just coming from here in US where they are. Trying to read what you guys are saying. Yeah, so much going on. Thanks, Rich. Yes, so the cameras, this was step one, getting the panning to multiple cameras. Hopefully at some point we can have 2 cameras on at the same time and maybe like split it. Work in progress. We'll get there. No problem, Kyle. Yeah, exactly, Glenn. It is amazing. Um, yeah, we'll get there with like perfecting it, but I do appreciate you guys like letting us know like how things are. And if like there was at one point where we didn't have audio, so you guys were awesome letting us know. There was something else in my head, now I forgot what I was gonna say. Yeah. You guys are, again, really appreciate the support you're giving us. We have so much fun. You guys are like our Thursday boys. Like, you know. Yeah. There's so many different ways we could go about with the cameras. We're using our phones right now, and like me talking here is like a webcam, but there are other ways we could go about it and maybe have more than one. There's also mounting a camera on the car, which some people like that, and then I did read that some people don't love that view just because like they feel sick almost being like on top of the car or the loco. Um Maybe we'll try it if we ever get like a GoPro type thing. We'll just have to see. Well, we're glad that you could come off the rails. Yeah, it's interesting when you think about time zone differences for, YouTube fans from all over the world viewing stuff. So, yeah, it's 9:30 here in Pennsylvania in the US. So you said it was 10:15 earlier, so does that mean it's 10:30 now in the morning there? I guess I still have that right. That wasn't an hour ago, was it? Yeah, I think. But at some point, Corey will have it's like one of my favorite locos that we recently got. So We're very excited. We actually ordered some scale trains locos for ourselves today, which we never do. We never just order a loco for ourselves. We usually get stuff, like when we buy stuff for the shop, like maybe we'll keep something for ourselves. If we have enough inventory for the shop, it just depends. But I can't wait for that to come, and we're gonna do like a showing for you guys, like one at a time when they come, so we're excited about that. Have you makes you seasick, yes. Camden, so we have a shop. We're inside a vendor mall right now. I don't know if you know what a vendor mall is, but we have like a booth set up. So we don't have to like man it and stay there all the time. That's just for now, as we all bought a property and we're like, it's a complete fixer-upper, so that we'll have our own train shop one day, like our own storefront. It's in the one that's in the vendor mall. It's in Elizabethville, PA. It's in Dauphin County. So it's like maybe 30 minutes from Harrisburg. I don't know if you know where the river of Millersburg is, but it's only like 10 minutes from Millersburg. I can actually pin, let me go to my website, and I can actually put the link to our location with the hours in the chat quick. And I should be able to pin that too. I can't pin it until someone else comments because the emoji button's covering that button. I will pin it then, but that is the link to our location. There we go. Someone commented. Pin message. So that's at the top now. Oh, thanks, Off the Rails. Off the Rails says he just subbed and clicked all notifications. We appreciate it. I'm pretty sure we ship to Australia. Yeah. We have a Shopify store, so we had to go around the parameters of international shipping. There's like a few locations for various reasons that they don't ship to. But yeah, Corey said Australia is one of them. We had to open up when, what's that shop called? Hatton's?
Yeah.
When Hatton's closed, we kept getting bombarded with international inquiries, so we didn't have it open we didn't at all. We needed to, so I will say that international shipping, no matter what country you're shipping to, is not cheap. It's not, it's just, it is what it is. We don't keep any of that money, but we chose the cheapest way we could do it possible. So there's that. What about Tuesday? I don't know what that means. John, what's Tuesday? What about it?
Maybe. Second show, maybe. Yeah, I almost have this ready, by the way. Thanks for hanging out, guys, and thanks for bearing with. Well, there weren't too many issues, of course. I gotta get some of my locomotives in the shop, though.
Mm-hmm. Oh, the shop is closed on Mondays and Tuesdays.
Yes.
So that's why there are. I guess we should have wrote down that they're closed. You've never been in Pennsylvania? You gotta come. It's train country here. Yes, the restaurant across the street is good too. There's a lot in Elizabethville there. In the shops on market, one perk so the vendor mall we're in, is called Shops on Market, and one perk is if you're into trains, but maybe your wife or your kids aren't, but they're into other stuff. There are so many booths in there There's antiques and crafts and like toys. There's so much stuff in the shop, so you could like get your family to go with, and it's not just about the trains, but it's secretly about the trains, if you know what I mean. Uh, you know, so that's one nice thing about being in that vendor mall. You know, maybe we'll have to do a meetup in the summer or something. It'd be really cool. Leslie, you're okay. I'm so glad. I'm glad you're here. I was worried about you. Kyle's back. You're going to Bethlehem's open house on Sunday, Rich. Cool. I know that we're probably gonna do the Allentown train show in it's the fall one, I guess. Fall or winter, whatever one that one is. Is it like November maybe? I'm not sure when it is. Our Lamb would know. You can tell me when that one is. When they start accepting applications, we're gonna apply to be a vendor. So we can let you know when that is, and then if you guys want to come and journey to Allentown in the fall or winter, whenever I think it's like late fall. Mm. Yeah, Leslie, you're gonna like the loco that Corey pulls out. Corey's pulling out the loco quick, and then we'll change cameras so you can see it. He's almost ready. Mid-November, not sure if the dates are posted yet. Yeah, so mid-November we're gonna try. We're gonna fly as long as we get in. We're gonna go. Yeah, and yeah, the first frost is next weekend, which we're not. If we would have thought about it like a little ahead of time, maybe we could have made that one work. But you're right, Reading Railroad hobbyist. A lot of history here in Pennsylvania. So much. I'm learning all the time. And that's something that when we have our big building, when we build our train shop, we're gonna have the downstairs be a big community layout, and one of the things that we want to do there is there was a line that was supposed to go through Valley View, right? But it never happened, and we want to model like what would have happened, like our take, and maybe like we're gonna get some. I think there's some books that have been published that have a little bit of facts about it. We're gonna do as much research as we can, but like also like make it a little bit of our own too. But the what it would have been kind of seen in the valley here. So yeah, we're okay. Corey's ready. So which camera am I putting on? Okay.
Okay, everyone, this train goes out to Victoria, and I know a few of you guys are Great Northern fans as well, so I think you'll enjoy this. We got some new toys here, some new freight cars.
I love those hopper cars. This cover hopper's sweet. Alright, let's get it up to speed. We're back.
All right.
He's back. He's back here.
All right. Well, it looks like you guys kept Victoria busy on the chat tonight.
Yes, you did.
And I certainly kept myself busy on the railroad. So I installed a bunch of, like, an entire new area, which helped me, well, which should have helped me be able to get rid of some trains when I wanted to pull some others out, but something was going on with the switch, so I was a little preoccupied here or there. But nonetheless, that's what makes things interesting. Yet again, I'm like, it's just one switch. I'm sure that'll work when I invite the world of train people over, but I don't know. But anyways, I certainly had fun tonight. I know Victoria had a blast.
We had 2 people request for a Steam night.
Okay, we will do that. The next step. So first of all, I gotta fix that switch so I can actually do things how I want it. But yeah, I'm gonna get my yard organized a little bit, and I gotta reconfigure one section because I have some S curves, and I thought it would be okay, but I forgot that I enjoy longer cars that are modern, and I don't think the one liked it so much tonight. Good thing that was off camera, but it went for a little ride. So I gotta address that, and that's again one of the great things about Easy Track. Look good on paper, but you throw a 60-foot car through an S curve, even if it is 26-degree curve. Well, didn't like it so much. I don't think so. So
Thanks, Ronald.
yes,
Likes our shop.
thank you. That's awesome. Appreciate that. We're gonna keep it growing and keep making things better and better. We're full time now, and that definitely helps. So full steam ahead.
And if you're not on our newsletter, let
Yes.
me get the link really quick.
Yeah, that's definitely important. So while she's doing that, I can tell you guys why. So we send out a newsletter about once a week, but we're starting a new thing that as we kind of change the format of our videos, people wanted to see more behind the scenes of running a model train shop, which actually took me by surprise, but I'm all for it because it's really fun. We like to upgrade and, building a train shop and all that stuff. Like, it's kind of the opposite. You got everyone that's closing train shops, so we're building one, and we feel fully confident about that because we know there's so many great people to serve, just like yourself. Now, with that said, we're doing a newsletter, and we always been doing that, but one thing that's kind of new, we tried it out once, and it
went really good.
really good. So, when we get a collection, we got to sort it.
Sort it.
That's so important. Like, otherwise, it would just be a mess. It would kind of look like our warehouse did for a few years. But, yeah, so what we did is we sent out a private video last week to only our newsletter
And it
subscribers.
was a live, like an
Yeah.
invitation to watch what we're doing right now, but it was only our newsletter people.
Right. And we were sorting a big collection. It was mostly MTH stuff. We were just we weren't really like digging into like piece by piece, but we tried to keep it to an hour where we're like, okay, we have this and we have that. And right off the bat, I think we had maybe 4 or 5 people, and which was
And
incredible.
it was up to 10 then at some point.
Well, I mean, like 4 or 5 people actually like purchased stuff right out off of that show.
So basically, here's the just I'll simplify it. We send out a newsletter only live invitation like this. You get to watch us sort through collections when we get them in. There's something you want before we put it on website or put it at our shop. You get first dibs, and it's just a short period of time that we'll let that go, and a better price. So
Yeah.
maybe like if there's something that we normally would sell for $40 on our website, you'll get it maybe for 25 or $30, depending on like what it is. You know, we'll give it like a good discount because we won't have to do any of the work. I won't have to take pictures and get it on our website. It would be like, you want this email exchange, you know, and everything.
Right.
Here it is, ship it to you. You know, you pay it when we ship it to you. Like it's easier for us. So
Yeah.
first dibs. Sign up for our newsletter. It is in the chat. It is pinned to the top of the chat. So I know some of you got this speech last week, but we really want to emphasize because you never know too when things like YouTube and other places go away. Like, I don't want to assume that would ever happen.
Hopefully never.
But, you know, then you have constant contact with us, and we don't spam. We'll send 1 weekly email on normal occurrences, 2 if there's a special thing like that live invitation.
Right. And if we really know what we're doing, we'll set that up in advance. So-
Almost auction like Sleeper said. I guess if multiple people would want it, it could be an auction like situation.
Yeah.
But what we did last week, no one wanted the same item, so
Yeah.
it worked out.
Yeah, probably first come, first serve, you know,
Yeah.
however that works. But yeah, again, it's a smaller group for now, but
Yeah.
it's something. Well, and I'll tell you the reason why. Like, back in the day when we had like maybe 20, 30, 40 customers, people would say, hey, I'm looking for this, I'm looking for that. And then I would store that in my brain, and I would remember, like, if I saw this train set, I'd be like, hey, Joe's looking for that. Cool. Well, things started getting bigger and bigger. We started to the point where I'm like, oh, I'll have a database for it. That'll work. And it just kind of got out of hand, honestly. And
We
then,
try our best to remember.
yeah. So I think this is the best way to just say, hey, you guys check. We'll show you it first. Because here's the thing, too. When we buy a big collection, we'll generally say, okay, 30 Atlas cars. Okay, we can pay this much, whatever. So, for example, like we found out we were going through them, and this is Atlas O scale. We're like, hey, we got a Reading and Northern in here. That's pretty cool. Like, we didn't even realize it, and so we were seeing it the first time
Yeah.
you guys were seeing it
So-
on the secret show.
When we said this last week, if you were on last week, you know what I'm probably about to say. But the thing is, when we get a collection in, we do that work anyway. We're sorting this stuff anyway. So why not show you guys us sorting it, and then you have first dibs at it, and at a cheaper price, and then it moves out of our warehouse quicker.
Yeah.
So, but
So, yeah.
I will emphasize that's a short. I'm gonna have it a certain amount of time, like a short amount of time, because if I do all the work to get it on the website, then that's the work I did. So then the window's closed. I'll get parameters set up about how long it is, if it's like a week or if it's like a day, you know,
Right.
and I'll put it in the email.
Yeah, because yeah, I'm sure we'll be sorting again soon because
Mhm.
we're blowing through the MTH stuff, but we were meeting a couple people at the shops. We did some trades for stuff.
Mhm.
So we
Thanks, Kyle.
came back with like
Store doors.
Store doors.
Kinda.
guys.
Yeah.
Yeah, we came back with a van full of stuff on Saturday, and then my friend filled it up again Sunday. So yeah, we got HO coming.
Yeah.
Don't worry.
Yeah. So we'll have all our new products for the week drop on the weekend like usual. It's mostly O scale this week, but we did mostly HO for like a month.
Yeah. Yeah.
But
Kids.
yeah, it was a lot of kids. But a lot of MTH, Lionel, a little K-Line and Weaver, but it's mostly MTH. I will say that this past Saturday, we met at our shop. We had 3 people contact us that they wanted to do a trade. I was like, we love trades because firstly, there's no cash involved with trades.
Yeah.
They brought us stuff. They kind of told us the range they were hoping for in store credit, and they picked stuff off the shelves, and we did a trade value exchange basically. So this guy brought us HO stuff,
Yeah.
and he wanted O stuff. So it kind of worked out, and he picked like 12 things off the shelf, and then we took his HO stuff. We trade. I will emphasize trading's hard when we have to do shipping. We do prefer local trades, but we aren't against doing it the other way around. It's just there's parameters with like shipping. It's expensive. So
Yeah.
thank you. We got people signing up for the
Yes.
newsletter. Thank you. But this coming week will be mostly HO, or next week will be mostly HO. And be on the lookout for a video. If you sign up for the newsletter, we're going to send it out. It's probably going to be the day of. I'm going to be fair. More than likely, we'll send the email out the day we decided to sort through all the HO stuff. Be on the lookout. And then you'll be able to watch it back with the link. If you don't catch, like if we go live at 4 p.m. Sorting,
Yeah.
and you couldn't miss, if you work or whatever, and you couldn't make it, if you just click the link in the email, you'll be able to watch it back.
Mm-hmm.
And that'll still be valid till whenever I say it expires, basically.
Yeah, that's the plan. So anyways, yeah, the railroad, we're going to be laying more track, kind of getting things set up a little bit. I laid down some track with the concrete ties. That really looks good. Of course, that's not the area I showed off tonight, but we'll get on that side of the railroad at some point. I think I heard Victoria saying there's some new stuff, maybe getting shipped out tomorrow. We will see.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe one of them will be here for layout hangout next week. We'll see.
Yeah, we'll see if he's cool with the parameters.
Yeah.
Eminem, Rails, you asked if we were a brick and mortar store. We are currently in a vendor mall. I don't know if you know what a vendor mall is.
Like an antique mall, something.
In antique malls, yeah, they call it that. So basically, this big store has rentable spaces that people rent out, and we can just tag our items, and we don't have to be there all day. The worker for the store does like the checkout process. We are in one of them right now, but over the summer we bought a property and we're fixing it up to be our actual like storefront, and we'll have a big layout in it, and that's like our mission. We want to make trains accessible to everyone, and our mission's to get that good to go. It is a fixer-upper. It's probably going to take a year or 2 depending on everything.
Real quick, I'll say on our channel we have a series, we're calling it Rails to Retail.
Mm-hmm.
It's basically like us crawling down the main line, fixing up this fixer-upper. But yeah, you guys can watch everything from day one.
Rails to Retail, it's called. There's a playlist for it. And as we work on the building, we'll post video updates. Some weeks that will be the video.
Yeah.
But we're trying not to go in debt doing it, so we're trying to cash fund it. So you guys shopping with us, watching our videos on YouTube, that actually helps support our mission and getting our store done. So at least we're trying to not get mortgages and loans and all
Right.
that. So
Yeah, and I think being really specific, we didn't talk about the money aspect too much, but from our sales, we are dedicating 10% every day. If we have, $100 come in, that's $10 I put into the savings. $1,000, that's $100. 10%, it's an easy number for me to figure out every day, but literally every day money hits our bank account. I transfer 10% into the savings, and that's for, right now we're paying, we have some payments. We worked out a good deal with the previous owners, so by the end of the year, the property will be paid off. I mean, gotta love that. It is a fixer-upper, but not having a 30-year mortgage, that's, yeah, we're really
Yeah,
grateful
it was
for
a
that.
private deal with the people who owned it.
Right.
So.
Yeah, we got a good deal.
But
And
yeah, it is a fixer-upper. It's an old bar room. So if you go and watch the Rails to Retell, we do. Do we have 3 episodes or 2 episodes?
Yeah.
3, I think.
3, I think,
Yeah.
Trash Day is the third one. So
Trash day.
we're currently like,
It's been cold, so it's been
Yeah.
hard to work.
yeah. And I kind of like to have like a certain amount of footage before I unleash. You know, I don't want to like release a video that's like, hey guys, didn't get a lot done this week, but here's the video.
Yeah.
You know, so like,
I want progress.
yeah, actual project progress. But
Yeah.
yeah, it was cold. That was basically the progress the last couple weeks. But
But-
it was nicer.
Yeah,
It-
so like the building, it's an old bar room, but there's actually a very small house right next to the bar room. It's 1 floor, and that needed to be fixed up too. And what we're planning is living there. We're gonna live right next to the shop.
Yeah.
But so we're trying to fix that up first because it didn't need a whole lot. It was a 1997 build. So it's pretty newer in comparison to some of the older houses we've lived in. So we're trying to get in the house first so that we can just be right there and then work on the other building quicker. You know, we'll be right there. So that's where we're at right now. We're working in the house.
Yeah. Yeah, it's fun. I mean, I owe, like, everything I know about fixing up buildings comes from model railroads, really. I mean, it's kind of funny, but I just wasn't, I don't know, like the biggest hands-on person, but model trains really changed me. Yeah, in a good way.
Yeah.
Um,
There's so many things to learn with model railroading.
yeah,
Like, you know,
Well-
like doing the bench work for the layout. Corey built that. He didn't,
yeah,
know a whole lot about that. And he watched some videos on YouTube and learned, and, learning electricity safely is a thing for model layouts, and building buildings and all kinds of stuff. So you can really learn a lot. We love the hobby. But Off the Rails said he got to grab some popcorn and check out the feed.
yeah, that sounds good. I love popcorn.
Corey's favorite snack is popcorn.
What Kyle said. Sounds like a scheme of some sort there. No, like a big part of like putting the money back into it is like once we really like do build the big layout and everything, hopefully it can change a couple lives locally, and you never know who's gonna come to the valley to come work on trains. I love seeing Miniature Wonderland over in Hamburg, Germany. Like when you see the behind the scenes stuff, like there's a guy like literally his full-time job is installing lights on the layout. Like it's so cool. And then you see like people behind screens and they're doing automation and all this cool stuff. I'm like, you never know, Victoria. Maybe that'll be Trains in the Valley online.
I'm reading that Appalachian Air thing. That's so funny.
Yeah,
But in all
that's great.
seriousness, like our mission is to make model trains accessible to everyone, and having our shop is a part of that, because we also want the community layout and on the bottom floor, and then we're hoping to broadcast stuff live all the time on YouTube, like all day, like when the shop's open. Like that's something we want to do too.
Yeah, like what Off the Rails said. Yeah, that's why I'll be hopefully getting an electrician for everything.
Yeah.
I can install a light bulb though. That's not a problem.
Yes, and plug in a wall.
Yeah, we'll have better lighting than down here. When
Yeah.
we designed this garage, it wasn't supposed to be meant for recording videos, and we have like 2 really bright lights, which you see right over my head. It's terrible. It's like super bright, and then like Victoria's dark over there, and yeah,
It's not too bad.
but yeah, we're gonna have some nice lighting and lighting for the railroad too. I mean, that's a whole thing, but I'd love like a day-night cycle type thing. That'd be sweet. A lot of cool things we can dream, and like I said, I feel like we're gonna figure out how we can all build it together. Like literally, like if someone wants to design buildings or something, they can send them in or whatever.
Uh-huh.
We're in there. It's too early to get into the details, but we're gonna figure out something really cool.
And just wait till we open up. We're gonna tell everyone the opening day. And we expect people to come from out of state to come to the shop when we have opening day.
Well,
It might be a year or two, but
Yeah.
just saying.
it's crazy.
I'm gonna sneeze and it's gonna be loud.
Oh. Oh yeah, that was intense.
Sorry.
I was gonna say it's crazy, but people are ready to come like to our little booth.
Mhm.
Like we had people come in from 3 hours away, and like I almost feel bad. I'm like, oh, I hope they weren't expecting more. One time, a guy like literally came into our shop, and like the person that runs the booth said, yeah, they came in from New Jersey. I'm like, oh no. I'm like, that's a 3 hour drive. I hope like they didn't think it was this big shop. And this was so cool. If you're out there, this is legendary. They rang up everything they got, and when they got the total, like the guy said, like, "Wow, is that it?" So he went out to his car and he came back in. And he's like, "Yeah, I didn't know it was gonna be that cheap. I'm getting more." I'm like, what? Like that's so cool. Like so, yeah. It's a shame that so many shops closed that people literally journey out like all the way. But hey, you know what? We'll be here. We'll be here to serve them. And again, like Victoria said, we're not getting in the debt over this, which it's not easy, but it just takes
It takes it longer
it takes longer. We're moving.
cash funding it, so
I always said we're like moving like a switcher, but the thing is, like, we're not gonna derail that way. Just
yeah.
going.
I love that comparison
Keep
to going
going.
in debt
yeah,
and
just
then going bankrupt as like a derailment.
yeah. So we're just going slow. We're gonna keep on the track, and just keep building up the train bigger and bigger. How about it? That's a good illustration right there.
Yeah, I love it. And we again love hanging out with our Thursday night crew. It was supposed to be an hour,
It never is.
and then it went to an hour and a half. And tonight was our first official. We are past the 2 hour mark.
But
So
it was nice. It was nice being able to chat with everyone. I know Victoria was able to do that a little more than me tonight. Again, operating. I was getting into some good multitasking, and I found out I have a couple couplers to replace.
And I think we need to clean some track.
Yeah, you know
Do you
what?
guys want to see us clean our track for an hour? Like, would that be entertaining?
No, I think we'll do that between shows.
Hey,
Um,
layout hangout. I mean, it's
yeah.
a legit part of having a layout.
That
It's
is-
cleaning your track.
That is part of it.
I mean, we could just talk to them the whole
Yeah.
time and just clean our track.
No, I think I actually.
And Kyla, are you still here?
yeah,
Don't you usually leave for work? I'm thinking of the right person, right?
I think so.
There's a lot of people now.
Or a break. No, break.
Or
Yeah.
break. Yeah, he's usually. Yeah, he's on his lunch break, and then he. Hey, Randy.
Hey, Randy, good to see you here.
Something like that. I'm starting to remember everyone now.
We're trying.
Track cleaning ASMR.
That's awesome. Yeah. Well, I use like felt pads, so it doesn't even make any noise. It would be boring.
I mean, we can make a game out of it,
yeah.
maybe.
No, I realized that I don't. Yeah, I gotta check out my yard. I don't think I installed the frogs. I think I'm like, oh, it'll be okay. But
It's you and these frogs.
I know, ribbit. But yeah, they're. What am I saying? Installed. I mean, like powered them, because that switcher, it didn't like them at all. And then even worse, that's a new item I had, a new locomotive, and I didn't program it yet to just keep going like once it loses power. So it kept going through the startup cycle. I'm like, okay, let's go.
Things are coming off the rails. We appreciate you mid-morning hanging out with us there in Australia.
Yeah, I know the time difference is crazy, so we appreciate that.
We'll see you again sometime.
Yeah, thanks so much. I love how our little group here keeps getting bigger and bigger, and it's so friendly, so positive, and
I only had to put one person in a timeout today.
oh, okay, then I'll hear about that later.
I didn't have to do that at all yet. I had to. Well, yeah, Kyle. I think Kyle or someone else was saying we might need to give some of them be admins.
Yeah.
Well, we're getting busier.
That's a good point.
I did see someone was just. I don't know. They were saying weird stuff. I don't know if it was really inappropriate, but I put him in timeout.
Oh,
That's what it's called. You literally can put him in timeout.
that's hilarious. Okay, well, yeah, we gotta, we want to keep this kid friendly. That's for sure.
Yes. And I'm building tower for HO scale. Nice, Randy.
Awesome.
Definitely. Are you documenting it on YouTube here? That'd be cool to see. No peer pressure, but it's cool to show what you're doing.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, go back and watch my first videos. Well, maybe don't, but
Maybe don't.
yeah, I found a couple. I was like, yeah, classic. Hey, it's Corey from Trains in the Valley. Here today I have, how it all starts.
Yeah, probably once I'm like doing running my own line too. Because I'm
That's
sure
true.
Corey has a controller for me.
I do.
And whenever I get to that point, I'm sure we'll need to.
Yeah, we'll figure it out that we can kind of keep on track of what's going on, but yeah.
That's
Yeah.
very true.
Yeah,
And
well,
you seem trustworthy, Kyle.
we appreciate that.
I mean, you got the Chessie logo going on, so we know you're
It's
trustworthy.
something we can stand behind. Oh. All right. Well, I guess we should wrap things up. We got some MTH items to get into the system tonight, right, Victoria?
Yes. Oh, I like Rich said need a
Yes.
Chessie badge to be a mod. Yep.
Yes.
Yep. I mean,
oh, yeah.
that would, yeah. Oh, both of their logos look exactly the same.
It's so
I
cool.
think Rich's is just a tiny bit more yellow brighter than Kyle's.
Yes. Yeah, I'm glad you're still here, Rich. I want to say thanks. I know last week there was like something going on and I didn't comment on it. I'm like, oh, I should have said that right. But I'm glad you enjoyed your Bowser unit you picked up from our shop. Really appreciate that. I've been loving their new lineup. I mean, that's what the Great Northern is back there running. And oh yeah, I guess here's a little preview. I'm working on this. RS3s. I have on the layout there. I have Burlington Northern, a set of RS3s. Well, Bowser actually just brought them out. It was in their last run of RS3s. They even did the same number. So I want to do like a head-to-head. Now I forget if they're both Loke Sound 5. I think they might be. Maybe the Atlas is 4. I honestly don't remember anymore. But they were like the first locos I really fell in love with, and I like started really getting deeper into the programming. Like when I first started programming, I was just happy for sound. But I started doing things like, oh, I want to be able to turn the front lights and the rear lights on with different buttons, and I started doing cool stuff like that. But I want to do like a head-to-head between the Atlas and the Bowser. Maybe even see what the prototype pictures look like.
I'm
And
pretty sure we know who's gonna win.
Bowser looks sweet, but
Mhm.
we'll see. I didn't get it out yet and put it on
Well,
the rails, so.
We did look at a photo and we
Okay.
saw how great the one brand looked compared to the other.
Yes, well, one was a budget model, I believe, but yeah, we want to do fun stuff like that. So yeah, and again, good to hear, Rich. We appreciate that. I try to keep everyone in my head, and I remember, like as soon as I got off that night, I'm like, yeah, I remember Rich. He orders from our site. Like obviously, it's like I try to keep it in my head, but
And there was someone else that I mentioned that emailed today, though.
yeah. No, I
Yeah.
know. I'm going back to last week. Yeah.
Someone else bought a U-boat the other day,
Mm-hmm.
and they emailed back and was like, "It's awesome. I love it. Thank you so much. It
So
was a
cool.
birthday present to myself." And yes.
Yeah. Yeah, and you know what? For I can't say anything but good things about Bowser as a
Mhm.
company. Like they are really good. We had a unit that had a cracked shell, which is really rare. Bowser's
Yeah.
stuff's usually like tip top, and I send it out to them Friday. I didn't have to do like I didn't have to email and say, hey, we're sending this back. This was what I literally sent it back with a sticky note on it, said broken shell. Today, or no, yesterday, we got it back ready. Like that for a company that's probably, I think every company is like understaffed to some extent. We as small train people keep everybody busy. But yeah, I'm just like, wow, that's crazy. I'm like, it wasn't, it was like 5 days. Like, it was in transit for 2 of the days.
You can see the beacon.
I
Right
love,
there.
I love that beacon. I didn't realize it had that. But yeah, Bowser, they're really cool. They live, yeah, they live.
They live.
We live about an hour away from them, and we were able to visit a few times, and yeah, it's always a great experience.
Kyle, what are you waiting for? What are you waiting for? There are some really nice ones with Chessie Cow on 'em.
Yes,
Really nice ones.
yeah, I know. I went the Great Northern route the last time, but I'm like, well, we'll let the Chessie go this time.
That is a cardinal sin. I'm kidding. No, because Great Northern's my favorite, so.
Yeah.
Rocky.
Yeah. What do
And
you
I
think?
definitely want to go to that hotel that's in Montana.
Mhm.
Well, it's a Great Northern logo.
Yeah.
And it's literally decked out to be a place to sleep. And there's a tub, and there's a toilet, and there's
I said
a little kitchenette.
we could run our business out of there for a week.
No, we're not doing that. It's a little expensive. But 2 nights would be nice. But Montana is like a 3-day drive from Pennsylvania, so.
Yeah, I like that Great Northern. That's pretty good. Number 5414. Yeah, I don't know. Those covered hoppers look pretty nice.
Yeah,
But I'm sure Victoria's gonna dirty them up one of these days too.
we'll see.
They look good as delivered though.
They look so nice clean. Yeah.
Scale trains, GP30s. Yeah, I don't know. I really was digging scale trains today.
Mhm.
I was like,
We're keeping it hushed.
yeah,
We're gonna open some stuff that we got for ourselves.
yeah.
But we are gonna pre-order it. I think the pre-order ends in like a couple days. The CSX Heritage units. We're definitely pre-ordering some of them
Yeah.
for our own layout. And we're not a dealer for scale trains, so we're paying the same price you guys are. So
Yeah, that's straight up.
we're on the wait list apparently, but it's like exclusive. Like, I don't know. Like,
Well,
scale trains, if you're hearing this, Trains in the Valley
yes,
would like to serve our local customers some scale trains.
yes. But we did talk to another major company, which I won't reveal, but we were in contact and we're excited about that. It's really, really cool. We just had a bunch of stuff. It was tax season. It's buying train season, so we were super busy, but we are getting hooked up.
Okay, what's that place called?
Um,
Do I have it pinned? Here it is.
ooh, okay.
Okay, it is called Great Northern 441 Luxury Locomotive Lodge.
Yeah, it looks really awesome. They even have the logo in the building. What? That's awesome.
It is. There's like a little. I don't know if that's
It's
like
like
a
an
like this isn't an inn
Yeah.
that you rent, but it's like it has like a kitchen, like you can order food,
Oh, okay.
like a lounge.
Ooh, I like the VNS.
Again, I'll say it again. Great Northern 441 Luxury Locomotive Lodge. Someone here told us about it. Who was it?
Yeah. I forget if it was Glenn.
I feel like it was Glenn, but I'm not positive.
But yeah, we appreciate that though. We're excited to
Mhm.
check that out. It's on the list, that's for sure.
Yeah, whenever we have like a week to kill, which means we'd have to put our store, our business down. Oddly enough, that same locomotive used to be a Santa Fe unit in the previous career before retirement.
That's crazy.
Yeah, James says that's crazy too.
Yeah.
Yes, Glenn was the one, I
Okay.
believe. He says
Yeah.
yeah.
appreciate that. Um, let's see. Kyle's thinking about the Chessie and B&O heritage units. Um, yeah, naturally I love Chessie, but I really dig the Conrail quality. I kind of missed out on a nice Conrail quality -8 for the layout, and that's kind of calling my name too.
I kind of want to order all of them.
Well, she said it, not me. So,
Yeah, I said it, not
mean,
him. But we'll see.
yeah,
We'll see.
yeah. I mean, again, to be fair, we've been pretty modest on the railroad lately. Everything that's on there been on there for a while now. So
Camden wants to know if we have any red Conrail boxcars. Well, type in Conrail boxcar on our website and we'll find
Yeah.
out. Let's see.
I guess first question is scale. Let's see.
What
here.
scale are you again? Did you say your end scale?
Let's click boxcar.
We don't have many.
Ooh, we only have. There's a Lionel, but that one's with a Penn Central, and there
Let's
was.
see.
What was the other one?
Free time and money I can spend. Camden, what scale are you?
Remember, we're like a 15-second delay, so.
Oh yeah.
Takes a minute. I wish it was like.
And then that's an HO kit.
Yeah, there's an LBF kit.
And it's not red, it's like a Tuscan color.
Well, same thing usually. We're like in suspense.
Well, no, there are some Conrails that are like red.
Yeah. But yeah, sometimes like red, brown, Tuscan, it all ends up kind of being mentioned as the same thing.
Mm-hmm.
Well, we don't have as many as we would like, but you know what?
Yes.
Like that's a hot item. You know that moves really fast sometimes.
Yeah.
I mean, that's one thing. Like we have, again, coming from what other people say about us, they say you guys have really good prices. Stuff moves really fast, so it's kind of like a double-edged sword. It's like, yeah, you know when.
Mark must be on our website. He's like, it's oxide red.
Yeah.
I'm still learning the colors that they use.
Yeah.
For things.
Yeah. Well, that's
Tuscan is one. I know that.
Yeah.
Conrail blue. I have a red Conrail boxcar. Nice. Yes, red boxcars are nice. The Conrail ones are nice.
Tough to find.
Basically, I know when we get Conrail stuff, it pretty much moves pretty quickly. We don't get a lot of it, honestly, when we buy used collections.
That's because they don't want to let go of that stuff. John's running 18 radius. Well, you know what? That's what I started with too, and I had that little Reading switcher. I like switchers though, so I mean, of course I got these monsters on the main line, like the -8s and stuff like that. But I don't know, like shorter cars, honestly, they're less trouble. As I found out tonight, as one of my Reapers got jackknifed off the rails. Thankfully off camera, but still.
Well, I saw something on camera. It was a tank car.
Yeah, the
What
tank
was that whole thing?
cars are being a little rough tonight.
I saw there was a really beautiful shot of them backing up, and then all of a sudden I see your hand in there, like.
It was like, yeah, I know, and it wasn't even like nice, like, oh, let me. It was like,
Yeah, I kind of felt the vibe.
yeah, you can't. Well, they're scale trains. You can't mess them up. Like I you know, like they're beautiful, but yeah, if they derail, they're gonna explode basically. So, I don't want detail parts all over the place. Oh.
Gotta bring this angle up again.
Look at that beautiful thing. Look at that beautiful thing.
I don't know if you guys could hear me from the other camera, but
Yeah, we don't
I
have-
was yelling.
We don't have that set up. We will for next time. We're just glad that we're actually broadcasting from our computer. Yeah, that was a whole thing to figure out. But yeah, now I get to mess around and make it better for next week. So I'm looking forward to that.
Mhm.
I'm a total behind the scenes type guy. I like to entertain. That's what I do.
He really does. Because here's something you don't know about Corey. When I met him, he was in a band, and we have music in common. That's kind of like how we met. But he was in bands. He was on stage, rock heavy bands,
Yeah.
and so he likes to perform.
Yep. But now I have more time to
entertain.
or now I have only time to play with trains. But some
Right
music,
over here next to me is a drum set, a piano, and a couple guitars and bass guitar.
yeah, and a sweet chessy portrait, but you can't see it because
I was
it's facing
talking
the same
music.
way. Yeah, I know. But
Yeah, this whole garage used to take up all his music, and now the music's in a little corner. Not very little because the drum set's pretty big. And the
Yeah.
rest of the garage is trains and our warehouse and our shipping zone.
yeah, if anyone's wondering why we have carpet on our ceilings, I guess it's time to address that. Uh, but yeah, that it actually did help to suppress the sound. It
You would record
Yeah,
in here.
yeah, it made things not so echoey, especially when I got the drum set. It helped. Actually, it makes decent acoustic for the recording video sometimes when I record the audio and everything. Like I was happy with the last video, how it turned out when I was doing like my documentary style dialogue. It sounded good. But
Sounds like he needs to leave us in with a little jam session.
yeah.
And do you have both types of Tycho silver streaks? I don't think we have any silver streaks right now.
I think they actually sold. We had them like forever. Let's see. Do we have a silver streak? Well, you know what? There might be something floating around.
What is this one? It's one of the it's in rough condition, like cosmetically.
If you click that, I'm pretty sure they can still. Let's see if this works.
This one? If I click this?
Yeah,
Can you see this?
there it is.
This is our website, so we have this one.
It's a little rough, but there it is.
But it works. Like it runs. Testing and runs requires some normal maintenance for best results. The lights work, the rail is missing. Runs a little slow, but like we said, normal maintenance for best results.
Yeah,
Could they hear us talking?
I hope so.
Could you hear us talking that whole time? We still don't know how that worked yet.
Yeah, I could see like it capturing audio, so I think we're good. Make a song about. One time I made a song about Chessie. I gotta dig that up. It was about like an old rusty, beat up Chessie hopper that I saw on the internet. I'm like, man, I gotta get restored.
But yeah, Camden. So when we get collections, we just put them up. I know we've had silver streaks in numerous schemes before.
Yes.
That's all we have left right now, but we're going to be going through a couple used HO collections in the next week. And if you're on the newsletter, you will get that sneak peek video. So there's that.
That's right. Yeah, a little camera inside camera. Yeah, I used to again like doing like the band stuff, so I thankfully knew a thing or two about video and audio production, but
Thankfully, because I knew nothing.
yeah.
I know you don't want to have a harsh sound at a mic.
Yeah,
It'll pop.
yeah.
I already see the video thing here going red every time I do that.
Yeah, we
But
got
I'm a loud person.
we gotta get our pop filter turned on for you there. But yeah, streaming live, that's a whole different thing because, we're only hearing ourselves talking, not from your perspective.
Yeah, if we heard your perspective, there'd be some crazy feedback going on.
Oh, but yeah,
They still heard us. Good.
good. Well,
We've said well a few times now.
oh,
Yes, do the newsletter. It's the link is at the top of the chat. It's pinned. If you can sign up for our newsletter,
yes,
it's worthwhile.
right. So
And we don't spam, so it don't mean you'll buy anything. That's fine, but you can see updates and things.
yeah, I mean, I'm not really the biggest salesperson in the world either. It's like you guys already want the train, so my job's easy. I just try to make the best website we can, and we definitely have some ideas to make it better. And again, continue to make these layout hangouts better too.
Mm-hmm.
So with that said, we have some work tonight to do. So
You'll see.
We'll see. You said no matter what, we're going
No,
upstairs.
I know, and then this always happens, and then I get tired.
It's 10:30.
It's 10:30 already.
I guess we will see then.
It was snowing.
Yeah.
We have to walk up to the other building.
Yeah, no fun.
We'll
Well-
see how much it snowed. 21 of you are still here, and we've been talking for like 30 minutes. So that must mean that you like us.
We've been rambling.
Well, you know what helped us get into live streaming? We were invited to do Whatnot. I don't know if you know what Whatnot is. We do not do it anymore. But Whatnot's like an auction, but it's video. So we would talk like this, but we'd show off items and we'd auction them off. And Whatnot did directly contact us because they were opening up that field trains.
Yeah.
But we just didn't feel like it was worth our time to say it was an auction, so people kind of wanted stuff cheap, and shipping's so expensive, and it's like,
Yeah.
it's one of the things, like, it didn't really make sense for us to continue doing for our hourly rate, if you know what I mean, like,
Yeah.
our work involved. It was a lot of work involved,
Yeah.
so.
It was tough. Like, yeah, I don't know how to describe it. You know, I mean, we definitely enjoyed it. We were glad for the
Mhm.
experience
Yes.
and glad for everything with it. But I felt like it was just easier for us to have our website and, you know, and focus on more fun things like this instead of like high pressure sales and, you know, trying to get bids and things like that.
But
And,
thankful for it because we're comfortable doing the live stuff now.
yeah,
So, here we are.
yeah. Yeah, definitely.
Well, the bladder's full, so I think it's time to sign off.
All right,
Hey,
guys.
we're almost around here.
Yeah, that's
it's
true.
been it's been going 2.5 hours, so and I drank a drink while I was sitting here. So
Yeah, it's either. Well,
thank you for joining as usual. And Hess wasn't here. He always says Thirsty Thursday, but
Yeah.
you joined us. You're awesome. Thank you for signing up to our newsletter. Stay tuned for that.
Appreciate that. Thanks for the awesome support, guys. It's so good to see everybody here. We love our family here, and glad you guys enjoyed it. We're gonna keep it coming. We're gonna get some new locos out and more camera angles and more track laid because we still have a big class 1 yard to build here. And we want to get some passenger service on the railroad too. So lots of stuff to do. All right.
Yes.
Well, hope everyone has a great night. Also, thank you so much. And
Thank you.
we will see you guys